morning, children. So today we are going to learn chapter number 4, that is classification of commercial organization. So as we have already done the definition meaning of commercial organization, where the commercial organization is they are the organization whose primary motive is to earn the profit. Their main motive is a profit motive. So they buy the goods at less price and they sell it at a higher price. Anyway, their main motive, any organization whose motive is to earn the profit, they are engaged in the economic activity. Their main motive is to earn the profit. Those organizations are called as a commercial organization. Non-commercial organization means their motive is not to earn the profit. Commercial organization means whose motive is to earn the profit. There is an economic motive in this commercial organization. Commercial means there is always monetary activity, earning motive. Whereas non-commercial means social, religious, patriotism, so duty conscious, so social. So there is no monetary consideration attached in the non-profit organization. But when we talk about the commercial organization, they undertake the commercial activities. Their main motive is to earn the money. Their main motive is to earn the profit. There may be owned by one or more individuals. It can be done by one person also. It can be done by more than one person also. So in this way, they exist with a wide variety of commercial organization. So there are different types of commercial organization. So there are different types. Some are industrial, some are trading. They buy and sell the goods. Some are transportation. So transportation. So there are different mode of transportation: vehicle, inland transportation, rail, vehicle, by motor car, motor lorry, by bus. So warehousing is also commercial activities, banking, insurance, advertising. There are so many commercial organizations, and these commercial organizations may be micro also, small mean, like you can see a very small pan shop, or you can see a person carrying on their head selling goods here and there. That's a very small businessman. So a very micro, that is called micro businessman, or small businessman, or medium scale businessman, or a very large scale business. So there are different category of business, scale of business. Some are very small, very small, that is called micro, and some are small business organization. Some are large scale business organization. Some are medium scale business organization. So anyway, so there are different types of business organization, and they deal with different type of goods also. Different business organizations sell different goods. Not only sell the goods, they also provide services like warehousing, banking, transportation, advertisement. So they are also coming under the commercial organization, because their primary motive is to earn the profit. Their motive is an economic motive. Their primary motive is to earn the profit. Their primary motive is to earn the money. That's why they are called as a commercial organization. They are engaged in the commercial activities. They are engaged in the commercial activities, earning motive, earning profit, earning money. So they are called as a commercial organization. So now we'll learn the classification of commercial organization on the basis of ownership. According to the ownership here, there are three given: private sector enterprise. Number one, if it's the classification, first classification number one is here, private sector enterprise. Private sector. Number two, we have a public sector. And number three, we have a mixed or joint, also can say joint sector. So this is number three. So this is the classification of the commercial organization: private sectors, public sectors, and the joint sectors. So just we have to go to the meaning and the features of each of these three. a very short chapter, a very small chapter. Private sector. Private sector means those organization, their motive. It may be individual, it may be maybe two or three also. That is a partnership. The owner, there is a particular owner on this business. So private, they own the main meaning of private sector is these are undertaking the control and finance by the private businessman. These are the undertaking controlled by the private businessman. They control the business. They only finance the business means they bring the money, whatever finance fund are required, whatever money are required in the business, the private businessman they bring the fund required, finance required the business are provided by the owner. So these are there is no government participating in them. There is no government associated in these private sectors. So the fund required in the business is contributed by the owner himself or owner themselves. The owner control the business organization. They are private sector. Government do not have any control on these private sectors. So the main objective of this private sector undertaking is to earn the profit. What is the main objective? Their main objective is to earn the profit. This is a private sector. Their main motive is to earn the profit. Private sector main motive is to earn the profit. So their main features are now features of private. Features of private sector. Features of private sector. Number one, private ownership. Private ownership and control. So it is owned by private businessman. It may be the private businessman may be either single businessman or it may be two or three a combined businessman, that is called partnership or sole proprietorship or a partnership. This is known as a private businessman here. Private sector is fully owned and controlled by the private enterprise. It may own an individual or a group of person or family. Also, it may individual jointly also. So, it's owned by one person or if it is owned by a single person, it is called sole proprietorship business. If the business is owned by one person, one single owner, that is called as a sole proprietorship business. One man business, that is called as a sole proprietorship business. If the owner of the business is more than one, that is 2, 3, 4, that is called as a partnership business. So a group of person may also join, that is called as a partnership business, or it may be the family, the whole family is running after the business, that is called as a joint Hindu family business. Family may be also done by the family under the Joint Hindu Family Act. So it may be the hereditary business. So that business may be controlled by the one generation to the another generation. So it's a family business. So it's a hereditary business. So it was continued by done by their ancestors, and the one generation after one another generation, the business has been continued by the family. So this business is called as joint Hindu family business, and this business run under the Joint Family Business Act. So this is joint. They are also coming under the private sectors. Their main motive is also to earn the profit, and it may be a partnership also. Under the partnership, if more than one person combine together to do the business, that is called as a partnership business, or it may be a joint stock company also. The company, they issue the shares in the market. Joint stock company, they issue the shares in the market, and they accumulate the firm by issuing the shares fund, and they run the business, and profit are distributed among the shareholders in the form of dividend. So the joint stock company is also the example of the private sector. It's one man business, sole proprietorship. Sole proprietor is also the example of private business. Joint Hindu family business. Joint Hindu family business. And partnership business. Partnership is also the private and joint stock company. Either a private limited company or a public limited company, it is a private ownership because they belong to the shareholders. Shareholders are the owner. Here shareholders are the owner of the company. In this joint stock ownership is shareholders. In partnership, the partners are the owner. In joint Hindu family business, the male members of the family are the owner. The whole family is the owner. Especially the male member of the family, they control the business, and the head of the family is the main person in this karta in this joint Hindu family business. The sole proprietorship business is controlled by one person, one man. He is the whole and sole owner of the business. He controls the business. So all of these are the private ownership. Private ownership and control. The individual in sole proprietorship, one man control the business. Join in the family business, all the members, the male member of the family control the business. The main head of the business is karta. That is known as head of the family. So male member. So partnership, the partner control who are the members. The partners are the member, and the partners control the business. So in joint stock company, the directors control the company. So these are the shareholders are the owner of the company. Who are the owner? Shareholders are the owner, and these shareholders control the company, and shareholders are the owner of this company. So this is in the case of private ownership and control. If you see the second feature is profit motive. So the main motive, as in the beginning only I said that private sector profit motive. The main motive, the primary motive of this business, private sector, is to earn the profit. The main motive of this private sector is to earn the profit. The main motive of this private sector undertaking is to earn the profit. Profit are the reward of this for the risk they have taken. They are engaged in the either sole proprietorship or joint Hindu family business or partnership or joint stock company, whatever may be the ownership. Their main motive is to earn the profit. If it is sole proprietorship, the owner himself take the profit. Joint Hindu family business, it is distributed among the member of the family. And partnership, it is distributed as per the equity ratio among the partners. Joint sector, joint stock company, the shareholders, they get the dividend. So in this way, the profit is divided among the shareholders in the joint stock company. So the main motive of this private sector is to earn the profit. Profit are earned, and these are divided among the owners as the case may be. So here because whatever contributed capital they have contributed capital in the business, the risks involved in the business, for that the whatever business or the profit is divided among the owner. It is himself, in case of sole proprietorship, the owner himself take it. In case of joint Hindu family business, the male member, they get the share. The family get the share as per the number of male members. A partnership business, the partner themselves take the profit. And joint stock company, the profits are distributed among the shareholders in the form of dividend. So in this way, this is the primary motive of the business is to earn the profit, because they have taken the risk, they have contributed the capital, and the owner, they take the profit from the business. So this is now number 3, no state participation. That means there is no government control in this. No government control in this sole proprietorship or partnership or joint family business or joint stock company. So in this private sector, government has no control on this. Government do not control. The business must be legal. Only that much. Government has no participation in this. No state government, no central government own and control the company. It is totally controlled by the owners. In case of sole proprietorship, one proprietor himself control the business. Join in the family business, the karta is the head of the business, he control the business. Partnership, the partners control the business. In joint stock company, the directors control the business. So in this way, the central government or state government has no control in the private sector. This is no state participation. And private finance. Private finance. The private finance means the owner, the fund is contributed by the owner. In case of sole proprietorship, the owner provide the fund. In case of the joint Hindu family business, the ancestor property, one generation to another generation, and if in case of any requirement, the male members, they contribute the additional capital. Partnership, the partners bring the capital required in the business. Join is the company, the shareholder provide the capital required in the business by the company issue the shares and shares. So the shareholders, they buy the shares of the company, and in this way they contribute the capital. So it's totally a private finance. No government finance here, no state government finance, no central government finance. Totally financed by the owner of the business. If the owner capital is not sufficient, they may take a loan from the outsiders. But government do not give any kind of financial support to the private sector. The owners contribute the capital in the private sectors. If the owner capital is not sufficient, they may take a loan from any outsiders. Like bank, they may take a loan from bank or any other financial institution. But government do not provide any kind of financial support to this private sector. That's why no private finance is not there. And independent management. Independent management, the management is independent. In sole policy business, the management is controlled by the owner himself. In joint Hindu family business, it is controlled by the head of the family, that is known as a karta. In partnership business, the partners control the business. In joint stock company, the directors control the business. So independent management, they have it. There is no government do not have any control in this business private sector. The business is controlled by the owner of the business themselves. There is no government control is not there. So only here sole proprietor himself, one owner is there, he himself control the business. Join Hindu family business, the karta, the head of the family member control the business. In partnership, the partner themselves control the business. In case of joint stock company only, there is a directors. The directors control the company. So in this way, the power lies in the hand of the director. The director controls the joint stock company. That's why they have independent management. There is no state government control or any kind of central government control. So these are the private sector enterprise. So one of the classification of commerce organizations, private sector, private sectors. So here private features are private ownership. Number one, first feature is private ownership and control. Second feature is profit motive. And third feature is no state participation. Fourth feature is private finance, and third feature is independent management. So these are the features of private sector. Next we have public sector enterprise. Public sector these undertakings are owned and operated by central and the state government. Who is the owner? Owner is these organizations are owned and controlled by state government or central government. These sectors, these enterprises are owned and controlled by state government and central government. So first features of this, if you see the features of this public sector, features of public sector is, first feature is number state ownership. Who is the owner of this business? The government, state government. The public undertaking are fully owned by the government. The owner is government or some public authorities. For example, Reserve Bank of India is owned by the central government, while Delhi Transport Corporation is owned by the government of Delhi state. So in this way, they are owned by either central government or a state government. So another number will be government control. Government control. Who control the ultimately the power lies in the hand of government. The government control, either central government or the state government control this public sector. The control is the government. Government controls this public sectors, and their main motive is service sector. They provide services to the people, and their motive is to earn profit, no doubt, but they provide services to the people and they earn the profit. The primary objective of public sector undertaking is render services to the public at large. Their main motive is to give proper services to the people. So, for example, there are Food Corporation of India provide food grain to the public and at a subsidized price. So, FCB, Food Corporation of India, they provide food to the Indians at a very subsidized rate. So, this is the public features of the public sector. So, next one, we have state finance. State financing. The fund, money is provided by the state government or the central government. So, government provide the fund capital, required capital to the public sector undertaking. So, state financing. So, here the government provides the capital and fund through the appropriation from the budget. The government pass in a particular budget for this public sector. So, in this way they operate. So, they have management, bureaucratic management. Bureaucratic management. Bureaucrats. Bureaucratic management here. The management of the public sector undertaking is bureaucratic in the sense that they operate by the government. So, the appointment, who control the public sector? Bureaucrats, those who are appointed by the government. They have passed the civil service examination and they come and control the public sector. They are appointed by the bureaucrats, high level officials. They are appointed by the government, and these high level officers, they manage and control the public sector enterprise. And we have a public accountability. Public accountability means here whatever public sector enterprise they do, whatever is their performance throughout the year, they are accountable. They have to show to the government in the parliament. So here the annual audit of this undertaking is controlled by the CAG, Comptroller Auditor General of India. Moreover, their annual report is subject to discussion in the parliament or at the state legislature. So whatever is their performance, so they have to give their annual or final report to the CAG, Comptroller Auditor General of India, CAG. So Comptroller Auditor General of India, they have to submit their annual report, and there will be discussion in the parliament, either in the parliament or in the state legislature. So this is that means whatever they do, they are accountable. They have to show, they have to give their statement results, what they are doing, how they are doing, why they have done that. So they are accountable. They have to show to the government. They have to show in the parliament or in the state legislature. They have to show. So CAG, Comptroller Auditor General of India, will verify their reports. They will go through the report each and every whatever they have done. So CAG, Comptroller Auditor General of India, will verify all their reports, financial report, everything whatever they have done, and that is also a subject of discussion in the parliament or in the state legislature. So this is in the case of public. That's known as a public accountable. They cannot hide anything. They have to show. They have to expose. They have to give in the newspaper whatever they have done. It has to be public. So it is known as public accountability. Third one is known as joint sector. So this is a public sector enterprise. They are mainly owned and controlled by the state government or the central government. Features of the public sectors are state ownership. Owner is state, that is state government or central government. Government controls the business, the government everything. The public sector enterprise is controlled by the government. service. Their main motive is to provide services to the people. Here they like FCB is given here in the book. State financing, the government provide the finance, either state government or central government provide the finance. The high level officers appointed by the government control the management of the public sectors. So this is the bureaucratic management. And last one is public accountability. All the information, the reports, annual reports of the public, they have to their accounts are verified by the Controller Auditor General of India. So it is again it is discussed in the Parliament or in the state legislature. So this is known as public accountability. So this is the public sector enterprise. So last one we have a joint sector. Joint sector. So joint sectors are consist of business undertaking which ownership, control and management are owned by joint by government, private enterprise and the public at large. So combination of private plus public plus government. So combination of these three, private, public and the government combined, and they do the business, is known as a joint sector undertaking. So here joint sector undertaking consists of business undertaking. Ownership, control and management is shared jointly by the government, the private enterprise and as well as the public at large. So private enterprise, government as well as public, they combine together and they do the business undertaking. So that's known as a joint sector enterprise. So like example is given, Indian Oil Corporation, Cochin Refinery, Gujarat State Fertilizers are the example of joint sector enterprise. So what are the features? Features are mixed ownership first. Mixed ownership, as I said, ownership are three: private, public and the government. So the government, private enterprise and the public, they jointly own the joint sector. Number B, combined management. Combined management. The management and control of joint sector lies with the nominees of the representative of government, private and the public. All these three, they will send the nominees and they combine and control the management of the nominees of private enterprise, the nominees of public enterprise, partnership and the nominees of the government. They combine and they control the management. So private, public and the government. And then we have a share capital. This is very important here. How much share capital by the private, how much share capital from the public and how much from the government here. So the share capital of the share of the government, private and the public is in this capital are 26% of government. Share capital 26% government. 26% is government. 25% is 25% is private businessman. Private businessman and 49% is public. So this is the contribution of capital. So here the share of government, private businessman and public in the capital are 26% is of government, 25% is private businessman and 49% is of public contribution. So the aim is to pool the financial resources and technical knowledge of the state and private enterprise. So here the main aim is to contribute the capital by everyone, private also, from public also and from the government also. So they combine, they pool the capital from everyone. So with this percentage, this is the share capital of this joint sector. So these three are the features of the joint sectors. So joint sector means the combination of private, public and the government. These three combine together and do the business they are called as in public sectors. The example of this is Indian example. Examples of joint sector are here. Indian Oil Corporation, Indian Oil Indian Oil Corporation is the example of Cochin Refinery. Number B is Cochin Refinery. Refineries, Refineries. Cochin Refinery. Gujarat State Fertilizers. Gujarat State Fertilizers. They are the examples of the joint sector undertaking. So here Indian Oil Corporation, Cochin Refineries, Gujarat State Fertilizers, they are the example of this joint sectors. So joint sectors are combination of private, public and the government. So with this is the conclusion of the chapter. Also a very simple chapter, a short chapter. So in which commerce law organized are three types: private sector, public sector and joint sector. So private sectors are individual businessman, or it may be group also, or it may be a company also, or it may be a joint family business also. So they are a private sector. Public sectors are state government or central government. They are a public sectors. Their main motive is to provide services to the people. So they provide like FCB, the FCB for Corporation of India, public sector FCB example. So they provide this. Even the public sectors, you can say, Reserve Bank of India is also coming under the public sectors. Joint sectors, mixed sectors, where it is business combination of private, public and the government. So this is the end of the chapters. I hope you have understood. So go through this video. So you will understand everything about this chapter. A very simple chapter, a very short chapter. So the chapter ends here. Chapter number 4, that is classification of commercial organization. Thank you. Study well. Stay healthy, stay safe. Study at home. Thank you.